In this Photoshop demo, we're going to take a look at how you can add a rainbow to a photo. Hi guys, thanks for checking out Evervisions. My name is Joe Petralia. Today we're going to look at how you can add a rainbow to a photo using Photoshop. It's actually pretty simple. There's a gradient brush in there that will paint a rainbow, and I'm actually going to use a photo that has a real rainbow in it already, and we're going to add our quote-unquote fake rainbow, and I'll let you decide if you think it's a worthy substitution for a real rainbow or not. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so here we are in Photoshop, and we're looking at a picture of a real rainbow in Bora Bora, Tahiti. My wife and I went on vacation there for our 5th anniversary a couple years ago, and we had a really awesome storm one night, and this was combined with a double rainbow, and you might even be able to see the second one, but I have some other photos where it really comes through. But I thought I could show you how to create a rainbow in Photoshop if you wanted to add one to really any of your photos, and I'll let you be the judge at the end as in regards to how close you think we get to this actual real rainbow that was photographed. I'm not kidding about that. Okay, first thing I want to do is create a new layer, and I'm gonna grab my gradient tool, and Photoshop actually comes with a rainbow gradient. There's a couple different ones, but that one is in the default swatches, and I'm just gonna hold shift and drag up a let's change our opacity all the way up to 100% actually. I'm gonna make a new one and drag up like that, and I'm going to go to filter, distort, and polar coordinates, and that's just gonna convert this into a circle, and I'm gonna zoom out a little bit, and we're gonna transform. So hit Command T, and let's just make this quite a bit bigger and sort of excuse me, drag it into place so we can match the curve of the existing rainbow in the photo. And I'm just eyeballing this, so that looks pretty good. I'm going to hit enter to commit the transformation, and the next thing I want to do is change my blending mode from normal to screen, and you can see we're getting close. The next thing I want to do is let's zoom in a little bit actually now, and let's go filter, blur, Gaussian blur, and I'm going to drag this up until we kind of get a little bit closer to the effect we're trying to achieve. Let's see, maybe like 25 or so. That looks pretty good. Now, I mean, it looks a little too bright in comparison to this one, so what we can do is kind of adjust our opacity a little bit, and I might have even made the rainbow too thick, but I mean, you can see we're getting pretty darn close to replicating the real rainbow that's already in the photograph. So maybe about 55% looks pretty good, and you know, we can mask out the rainbow piece down here using a black brush. Hit B for brush, make sure black is in your foreground, and just kind of painting that away. And if we really wanted to, we could go in and make like a, if this is a really high resolution image, we can go and clean up that. But let's even like fade the rainbow into the sky a little bit. Let's like grab a big soft brush, and let's drop our flow down to maybe like 5 or something like that, 9, whatever, that's good. And just kind of, you know, sort of just kind of fade, blend that in at the bottom there, even though that one doesn't really do that, but I'm just going to try and help it make it a little bit more realistic. And you can even play with, let's try a blend if. So let's say you want to make this like a little more, I don't know, variegated, as if that's the right word. You can hold Alt and say, and grab the left side of this handle here and say, like, I don't want to be visible where the underlying layer is lighter than my rainbow, and you can kind of see it's right here. It's sort of coming in and out of the clouds a little bit more to make it look a little bit more realistic. I mean, you could even do the same thing with like the other side. Let's see if that does anything. Not too much, but you get the idea. You could play around with it. So really, Pretty easy. The secret sauce was the screen, changing it to screen and dropping the opacity. Photoshop already has the rainbow gradient in there, and you can play around with it. I think we got pretty close, and you know, if you saw this and you would not know it's photoshopped. It, like I said, it looks pretty close to the real rainbow that I was actually able to capture in this photo. So there you have it. Okay guys, thanks for checking out the video. Please stay tuned to evervisions.com, or please subscribe to the YouTube channel to see some new videos that I'll be updating throughout each week. And I know there's a lot of places that you can get Photoshop, photography, and Lightroom information. So again, thanks for checking me out, and stay tuned. Also, check out the evervisions.com website to see my 3-part seascape tutorial, where I'll first show you how to use Lightroom only with 1 exposure to add some punch and pop to a seascape image. Next, we'll take 3 bracketed images, bring them into Photomatics, juice them up a little bit, and then bring them back into Lightroom for some further juice. And then in the 3rd part, we'll use Photoshop and a luminosity masking technique to really make that one shine and pop and look a little bit more professional. Talk to you later. Thanks again.